What up, guys? Back again with another video. Brought you guys to a very messy garage. I'm too excited to record this video to clean things up right now. I have finally finished this car, you guys. Not necessarily how it looks, though. Don't care how it looks right now. It's driving so fucking good. I could seriously cry. So, you guys know I've been rebuilding this entire freaking car from the ground up, and it's been one little thing after the next, just trying to refine it and get it dialed the hell in. Basically, I want to feel like I'm driving a new ass car, like from everything, from clutching to braking to gassing to the sound of the car to the look of the interior when I'm driving around. Like, I just want to feel like I'm driving a new car. This thing's been, well, it's been on the road for 30 something years, and it's accumulated so much tired components, so many tired components that it just needed a whole entire refresh, to be honest with you. So, I mean, you guys have seen me go through this whole thing, but this has been the final component. The reason I waited for, the I'm so excited, guys. I can't collect my thoughts. But fucking, I waited to do my coilovers as the last thing to do on this car because when I looked up under there, I mean, I seen these Bilsteins, so I was like, all right, someone at some point has done something about this, so, I'll either wait till it's the last thing I do, or obviously something shitty will happen and I'll just need to replace them. And it was a little bit of column A and B. It was the last thing I did, but yeah, everything's feeling so good in the car. Motor's driving so good, and the brakes feel great, and the steering now feels awesome with the steering rack, and I'm just like, why do I have this uneasy feeling when taking corners? Well, let me show you why. Check this out. You ever seen a spring that's... Here, this will give a good idea. It can't even stand right there. Dude, this thing is so bent. So, what I think had happened was probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years after the car was out, someone rebuilt the suspension on it. So they threw these Bilstein struts on the stock springs, which is what I was rocking. And it's just been 33 years of weight on these things, so they're just done. The uneasy feeling I was getting had to do with blown shocks and I guess these front springs being crumpled. What's up, Chucky? He's always looking at the attic. He wants to go up there. This guy. So yeah, I got the new struts and springs in there. There they are. I got NSX Type S springs, brand new from Japan. If you guys don't know the Type S, it's kind of like a Type R, but not quite as cool, but still pretty damn cool. And then yeah, just replaced the Bilstein struts, and yeah, got new suspension on there. So just to kind of go over everything, just to put it out there, I rebuilt the motor completely. It has some upgrades. It has some durability modifications. It's good to go. I rebuilt the interior. That is, I mean, everything down from replacing the center console, the shift boot, to brand new sun visors. I mean, yeah, everything's done in there. Rebuilt my steering rack. Rebuilt my brake system, all the hydraulics, and now rebuilt the suspension. So she's mechanically, I mean, I will go as far as to say brand the fuck ass new. I spent the last 30 minutes driving home just now after sanity checking this thing, and I was I guess, cussing to myself in enjoyment. A lot of F yeahs and just incredibly juiced, man. God, it feels so good. It feels so good. Gosh, man, everything's been worth it up to this point. Now that we're sitting good and we're driving good, I can slowly start tackling stuff on the exterior that's been bugging me. But honestly, like, man, I wish I could care more, you know, but once you have a car that's driving so fucking good, it's like, it's kind of quite the opposite from last time I was driving this car, which it looked pretty damn good, but everything underneath was just tired and used and ready to go. So now I'm kind of in the opposite, but in the opposite camp, where it's looking okay. It's definitely not a show car, but mechanically, give the keys to anybody, have them test drive it, and they're gonna want to buy it from me. It's driving so good. So yeah, fucking cool, guys. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have much else. Just wanted to share my excitement that I finally completed this car. And I think if I can help myself, I'm going to try to shelf it just a little bit. Obviously, I'm going to drive it and enjoy the shit out of it. But I'm going to shelf it for a little bit so I can work on the CB. That's what I was doing right before, you know, my engine blew, and then I ended up going down this entire rabbit hole, which I didn't necessarily want to do, but now that we're at the finish line, I mean, I'm not mad at it. This is great. So I guess now that it's, you know, preserved in this state, and I'll just try to keep it out of danger a little bit, and I'll start working on the Accord. Actually, since we're talking about the Accord, let me show you guys just a little update on it. Um, Shout out to Mark. I think, yeah, Mark, right? Yeah, Mark. He's a big CB guy. He's the guy that built my headlights for me. I love these headlights, but he sold me, bam, these fog lights. They were super clean fog lights, and he gave me the entire wire harness with the OEM button. And he's a wiring guy. That's why he made these headlights and stuff. So he hooked it up. They're going to be pretty plug and play, and then he modified the harness a bit so that I can turn the fog lights on without the headlights being on. Just a little thinger, you know, kind of cool. And so yeah, got fog lights on this thing. And then since I put the fog lights in, I was feeling like my turn signals, the lights just above here, were looking pretty cloudy and foggy. So I bought new ones. They're not OEM. They're just some brand new eBay DOT approved ones, and I'm cool with it. I don't really care because they look super clean and you're not gonna know. So whatever, bros. So yeah, pretty cool. Got fog lights on here. They're not wired up yet. I just wanted to do the bumper cutting, which was actually kind of a pain in the ass. But I got it mounted up really well, and I just think this thing looks super JDM. I just love it. I just love it, you guys. So yeah, that's a little update on the CB. Nothing too crazy. Just threw some fog lights in it. I know, it's kind of funny because as I was doing the fog lights, I was like, dude, I'm doing a mod that people have been doing to this car for the last 30 years. I'm still out here doing it, which is hella funny. But, cool, guys. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of stick a fork in it. Hopefully, from here on out, I can do some other types of videos on this car, not just updating you guys on, you know, what I've been fixing on it, but actually do some drives and just do some vlogging in general, go back out to the car meets. It's been about 2 years since I got to hang out with all the NSX guys and go on cruises. Got a couple of cool events going on in the next couple of months. There's a NSX cruise to Lake Berryessa this month, and that's kind of why I've been hustling trying to get it knocked out so I can participate in this drive because, gosh, man, they had a couple of these drives going on while my car was down and I was just taking damage. I was like, God, I want to go so bad. So I'm going to hit that up, and then I think sometime in July I've got a CB7, or I guess it's just a Honda Accord meet. I went to it last year, and it was really cool. Great people out there, so I'm excited to take the truck out to Concord, which is not that far from me, but anything over 50 miles is a little bit far for the CB. But yeah, the only thing left to do, I think, is I'm going to get some rear tires. I'm at the point now where I got to get some rears. Yeah, I do have to get an alignment. I mean, I just got one, but then I put these new springs on there. It doesn't seem bad. I mean, it's looking a little aggressive in the rear, I would say, for camber, but drive straight, steering wheel straight. I'm just gonna get some new tires, throw them on here, and then I'll get alignment after that probably. Gosh, my guys, gosh. Oh, also got the struts coming for this rear window. Those are busted, so the rear window doesn't stay up anymore. So still tackling the little stuff. I actually had already taken care of that at one point. Bought these Science of Speed rear hatch dampers, but went out on me, you know. Nothing on Science of Speed. I buy a lot of stuff from them, and they always tell me good stuff, but I think something was defective with this one, but cool on them. They said just send these guys back, and they'll replace them for me. They want to inspect what happened to it, and yeah, that's cool. So, yep. All right, guys. This is not much content here. Just me telling you guys that we're fucking finally there. So it's a type of relief, you know. I'm feeling multiple things here. It's not just that, like, oh cool, my car drives great. I mean, that is awesome, not gonna lie, but there's more to it. You know, last night when I finished up my coils, that was my first time taking apart the front end. I took apart the rear end many times because of my engine swap, and I've looked at those parts on the floor for months, so I know exactly how the rear end goes together, but I haven't tackled the fronts yet. I knocked that stuff out last night, so now none of that is a gray area for me. And in fact, there's not much left on this car that's a gray area, guys. I mean, the only things I haven't taken out is like the dash. I mean, that's it, man. I've taken it all apart at this point. And I can't tell you what kind of satisfaction, not really satisfaction, but relief that is. Because now you're driving the car and you hear sounds, you know exactly where they might be coming from. You can tackle it. Something breaks, you know how to fix it. This is the skill that I wish more NSX owners would, I guess, they would acquire the skill to work on their own car, because yeah, it's a quote-unquote exotic supercar, but dude, I mean, these coilovers, it's a Honda, bro. 1 bolt on the bottom, 3 bolts on the top hat. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, you know? It's really easy stuff. Everything on this car has been easy. The only stuff that's not easy on it is if you're going to try to do like the rear bank spark plugs while the engine is in and stuff. Yeah, there's a couple of little fucking annoying things, but I mean, nothing's impossible. And I mean, look at me, guys. I'm not ASE certified. I've just been working on Hondas using forums. That'll age me a bit, but forums and then YouTube, you know, later on, and I learned how to work on my car myself, and then eventually you just start accruing a bunch of tools, and yeah. I would say if you're planning on keeping your NSX for a long time, you should just learn how to work on it yourself. If you don't plan on keeping it forever, I guess bring it to me and I'll fix it for you. But anyways, yeah, okay. Anyways, guys, cool. I'm too juiced. I'm sorry. This is just fucking me just fucking talking at the top of my head. I don't even know right now. I know I kind of sound stupid, but I got the endorphins, guys. I'm just too excited. I just got back on this drive and I'm just pumped. All right, guys. Cool. See you guys on the next one. Peace.